My beloved child, don't skip this. Not because I need your attention, but because what's arriving in your spirit today is a turning point. The truth I'm about to speak will vibrate through the walls you built to survive. Someone you trusted with your whole chest, someone you loved in ways you don't even have words for, quietly put you in a trial you never agreed to take. They watched, they waited, they measured the temperature of your loyalty without ever announcing the test. They wanted to know if your love would stay when the sky went dark. They wanted to see if your heart would stand when the ground shifted. They were studying your soul from the shadows, searching for proof that what you carry is rare. Stay with me, beloved, because what they discovered rewired their world, and it just set heaven in motion for you. There were nights where you cried into a pillow so no one would hear. You folded your pain into silence and let the waves hit your chest without letting the storm take your name. In those moments, you thought no one saw you. But there were eyes on you, divine eyes. And the one who tested you underestimated a thing they cannot touch, grace. Type Amen to anchor blessing 333 if your spirit already feels what's opening. You walked through the fire and refused to throw sparks. You chose restraint over reaction, dignity over chasing, peace over proof. They didn't expect that. They didn't think you would hold your center while your heart took the hit. Yet you did. Not with revenge. Not with bitterness. With a kind of strength that looks soft until it breaks chains. And now the books in heaven, the ledgers of every tear you hid, are being opened in your favor. Archangel Michael speaks, your heart has been on the scales, and it did not waver. Every silent night, every swallowed word, every time you chose gentleness when anger felt justified, these were counted. What was meant to expose weakness revealed gold. Your person sees it now. They're not proud of the way they tested you. They're not proud of the distance they used like a weapon. They're shaken by the fact that love lived in you even when it wasn't returned. They feel a heat in their spirit they can't explain, a wake-up they can't sleep through. The mirror is up, and it's honest. Type Amen to seal blessing 444 if forgiveness has already begun working on you. Don't look away from this next part. The heavens aren't finished revealing the truth. The person who tested you didn't only want to check your loyalty, they wanted to see if you could stand without a hand to hold. They wanted to know whether your strength was borrowed or built. You answered without words. Every time you chose a calm breath over chaos, it was recorded. Every time you chose to let your silence speak, a quiet war was won on your behalf. Now the table is turning. The one who assigned the test is next in line to learn. Not as payback, this isn't karma, it's balance. Heaven doesn't return pain, it returns awareness. Type Amen to claim blessing 555 if you're ready for the turnaround. Archangel Michael says, a reveal is coming. What was hidden under the noise will enter the light. Your faith under fire became a blade of light. Whoever toyed with your emotions unknowingly reached for destiny's threads. They tried to measure your worth through the lens of pain. Distance was supposed to dilute you. Instead, you brightened. You rose. You drew closer to favor that can't be forged. Now they're haunted, not by your mistakes, but by the innocence they doubted. Dreams are replaying scenes where you showed up whole and honest. Signs are showing up. Names, numbers, songs you used to share, and each one tightens the truth around them. They didn't just test a person. They challenged a blessing. Type Amen to receive blessing 717 if your heart recognizes these signs. Stay with me to the end, because redemption has already started, and it's moving like a sunrise. Their sleep is speaking your name. Their day is dotted with reminders of you. The test they wrote has become the homework on their desk. They're learning that love can't be graded by silence or distance. They're recognizing that your heart was not performing, it was simply real. Heaven is not punishing them, heaven is waking them up. The same storm they sent your way is circling back, not to break them, but to break them open. My beloved child, hear this clearly. The time for pretending is over. Masks are slipping. The person who put you through confusion will step forward, not with polished pride, but with hands that tremble and words they finally mean. They will say it wasn't fair. They will admit they built traps out of fear. They'll confess they were scared to lose you before they truly had you. The fear wrote the script. The truth will rewrite it. The same force that held you together while your heart cracked is guiding them toward honesty. They have seen your value. They cannot unsee it. They have recognized a purity they don't know how to meet without changing. Let them change. Let them grow. You are not a lesson for their comfort. You are a catalyst for their rising. Type Amen to affirm blessing 808 as you release the need to fix what only truth can heal. Balance is being restored. Every tear you cried became a seed in the ground. You paid a price in patience, and that currency buys peace, favor, and outcomes you didn't think you were allowed to ask for. Your story is at the turning point. The one who put you through a maze will soon guard the gates. The one who questioned your motives will stand in rooms you've never seen and speak your name with honor. What was a game to them became an awakening. What shattered you in silence became your crown. Type Amen to hold blessing 909 if you can feel your crown settling. Heaven wants you to know, you never lost. You graduated. While they were checking for weakness, you were learning the strength of restraint. While they waited for you to chase, you chose self-respect. While they wondered if you would break, you chose to bend and not snap. You didn't react, you matured. That is why you are unstoppable now. The angels have watched your growth, and the stage is widening for you. You'll notice the signs before everything shifts. A familiar melody will play in an unfamiliar place. A dream will carry a scene from the past, but this time, it ends in peace. You'll wake up with a knowing that doesn't need proof. That is heaven's way of saying, breathe, it's arranged. Type Amen to receive blessing 1111 if you've been seeing true signs in 2s and 3s. Stay with me. The same hand that allowed the delay is now moving the calendar. What felt like silence was a filter. Illusions fell through, only truth survived. A meeting is being arranged, not manufactured, not forced, arranged. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to stand on tiptoe to be seen. You won't have to explain yourself. The truth will do all the talking. They will arrive different, humbled, honest, ready to listen. Prepare your heart, but don't panic it. The conversation you've prayed for will come when you're calm, not craving. When it arrives, you'll hear sentences you once begged to hear spoken freely. I didn't know what to do with the way you love. I was afraid you were too good to be true. You were the one. Not because you demanded it, but because truth finally feels safe in their mouth. Type Amen to mark blessing 1212 if peace feels closer than it used to. Your patience was not wasted. Heaven keeps score differently than people do. You chose kindness in a world that rewards cruelty, and the unseen is about to reward you in a way that feels like a sunrise after a long war. An unexpected message. A call that doesn't make your chest tighten. A sign that doesn't spin you, it settles you. That will be your confirmation. The test has concluded. You passed, not by performing but by remaining yourself. The divine is turning your pain into prophecy. Where tears once blurred your sight, clarity is clearing the path. You are stepping into a season where those who misread you will witness your glow. This isn't punishment for them, it's alignment for you. What was taken will be returned differently. What was delayed will arrive better. The one who put you through trials will either rise to protect what they once threatened, or they'll fade out while you move forward. Either way, you are free. Type Amen to seal blessing 1313 if freedom is the song in your chest. Don't turn away from this part. Heaven has said, enough, over your life. Enough waiting without direction. Enough confusion masked as romance. Enough sacrificing your peace to keep a place in someone's story. Clarity is entering the room now. Peace is taking a chair. Miracles will show up quietly, less fireworks, more steady light. The tests didn't punish you, they proved you. You have demonstrated that love still exists in its purest form. Now the doors open. Archangel Michael speaks again. Your story is not closing, it is beginning as it was always meant to be. This new chapter carries ease, provision, alignment. You won't have to correct the rumors. Truth travels faster now. Misunderstandings will dissolve without you chasing people down to fix them. Those who walked away will understand why you stayed still. The one who measured you will see you the way heaven sees you, irreplaceable. Type Amen to receive blessing 1414 if you feel the chapter turning. Take a breath. Stand still on the inside. Let the timing of heaven move like tides around your feet. The truth has a way of coming home. It's doing that now, bringing peace with it. This story was never about losing. It was about seeing. You were not being tested to fail. You were being revealed to yourself. Archangel Michael surrounds you, marking this transition with protection. Your reward is close. Your peace is lasting. Your heart is free to love without fear. You've sensed it already, the chill up your arms for no reason, the flicker in the lights, the feeling someone kind is standing behind you. That's not a trick of the mind. It's a reminder, the test is complete. Every unheard prayer watered ground you couldn't see. The garden is ready to bloom. You're walking into days where what once broke you now blesses you. The ones who treated your love like a puzzle piece will witness the whole picture. Type Amen to hold blessing 1515 if you can feel your spirit blooming. What's unfolding next is clarity that makes your past make sense. The heavens are moving people, positions, opportunities so that the confusion that once canned your energy now opens doors. The very voices that once doubted your heart will ask for your insight. The ones who tried to stretch your patience will seek your wisdom. Not because you need to be right, but because truth has a sound and you carry it. Your silence spoke when words would have failed. You transformed while others debated your worth. You became unrecognizable to the darkness that once felt familiar. And now everything your light needs is being drawn to you. Not because of luck, but because alignment recognizes alignment. Destiny is beginning to echo your name in rooms your feet haven't touched yet. Doors are opening because you stayed faithful to your soul. Type Amen to receive blessing 1616 if alignment is tugging at your life. They're restless, you know. The one who tested you keeps replaying moments. The kindness you showed without keeping score. The message you didn't send because you respected your peace. The way you didn't clap back though you could have. Their soul is heavy with realization. It isn't shame, it's awakening. They're seeing that your loyalty isn't common. They're learning that love is not something to measure with distance or silence. They will attempt to make things right, not to close a chapter, but to open a new one with their eyes open. Archangel Michael says, this is justice without revenge. This is balance without bitterness. Awareness is the mirror. Let it do the work. Type Amen to affirm blessing 1717 if your heart chooses balance over bitterness. You are being prepared for peace after the storm. Look ahead without fear. What belongs to you knows your address. The battles you walked through refined you into someone who does not crumble at shadows. The next season won't carry anxiety. It will carry confidence that doesn't need noise. The angels have moved ahead of you to clear the path. Your steps will feel guided because they are. The broken pieces in your story are aligning into a mosaic that glows. You are no longer in the test. You are the testimony. Your journey is going to wake up hearts you'll never meet, because courage multiplies when it's witnessed. Every sleepless night, every quiet surrender, none of it was wasted. Heaven wrote with that ink. And when your name is spoken now, light follows. You don't have to announce what you are. Your presence will shift rooms. Type Amen to seal blessing 1818 if you're ready to walk as a testimony. They mistook your silence for surrender. They misread your stillness as weakness. But quiet was your shield. It was your strategy. It guarded your dignity and protected your heart while lessons were being learned. And now, everything they tried to test in you becomes the test in their own life. Not as punishment, but as reflection. The soft will be lifted. The humble will be honored. You will be elevated without noise. Your glow will speak where your words once got lost. The next doors will open softly. Don't argue with ease. Receive it. You've already watered this harvest. Blessings will feel like calm companions, not fireworks you're afraid will burn out. Opportunities will look like conversations that leave you grounded, connections that don't drain you. Pay attention, you'll notice repeating numbers. A lyric that lands like a message, a breeze that feels like a gentle yes. The divine is near. Type Amen to anchor blessing 1919 if the signs are already lighting up your days. This is your restoration season. What was stolen returns multiplied in peace. What was withheld arrives with timing that protects you. The one who pushed your love to the edge will examine their own heart. If they reach for you now, it will be from humility, not control. Your spirit has graduated. You don't chase. You attract what matches what you learned. You don't beg. You bless and release. Stay with me. Something large is shifting beyond your sight. This alignment has been written since before you knew how to ask for it. You are not late. You are right on time. The waiting was preparation, so when recognition and right partnership knock, your home is ready to welcome them. The person who tested you will either match your growth or fade. Either way, your peace remains. Type Amen to hold blessing 2020 if timing has begun to feel sacred instead of scary. The chapter of confusion is closing. The book of clarity is opening. Angels around you are cheering without sound. You'll feel the confirmation, a dream too specific to be random, a message that arrives with grace, not adrenaline, a scent from a memory that makes your chest warm instead of tight. These are signatures. Walk forward with expectation, not fear. The light around you refuses to be dimmed now. Listen carefully. What is meant for you is protected. No person can sabotage what is ordained. The test became testimony. Pain became power. Waiting became wonder. From this moment on, what you touch will bloom differently because your hands have learned gentleness and truth. The ones who watched you quietly will understand. They were never testing you. You were being revealed. Type Amen to receive blessing 2121 if you can feel this truth settling in your bones. You'll no longer live at the mercy of other people's uncertainty. You set the tone now. Your standards are not walls, they're doors with keys. The angels are arranging people who meet you at your level. People who honor your heart without making it an exam. The ones who once demanded proof will stand back and witness your blessings multiply. Not to make them small, but to show you were never small. If you feel called to support this work and help this message reach others, you can offer a super thanks. Give what you feel led to, up to $20. Never required, always appreciated. Your presence here matters most. My beloved child, hear this again, everything hidden is moving into the light. Everything broken is being rebuilt with stronger hands. Everything delayed is arriving right on time. The test was real, and so is your victory. You are stepping into a future where your love is celebrated, your name is spoken with respect, and your heart is safe to be soft again. Archangel Michael is covering this path with protection and favor. Walk forward with a steady step. The heavens are with you. The story is turning. Your reward is not a rumor, it's inevitable. Type Amen to secure blessing 2222 if you claim this next chapter in peace. The whispers around you weren't your imagination. That chill down your spine, that tingle at the exact moment you thought of letting go, those were confirmations that heaven has been near. The tears you refused to weaponize watered a future that is now coming in bloom. The ones who put you through silence will watch what your surrender birthed. Not as a taunt, but as a testimony. Archangel Michael says, where shadows once lingered, light is pouring through. Where confusion built nests, clarity is building a home. Where fear once wrote your choices, courage now holds the pen. You will see people come to you for wisdom, for the very wisdom you earned by refusing to bleed on those who never cut you. You'll see rooms open because someone who watched your grace in quiet finally told the truth. Your endurance became your elevation. Your calm became your crown. Your humility became your hedge of protection. Type Amen to receive blessing 2323 if you feel your crown settling without weight. The one who tested you is uneasy now. Their mind plays loops. Your patience, your laughter at simple things, the way you respected your own boundary when they didn't respect it for you. They're waking up to what your presence actually meant. It's not obsession, it's recognition. They know now that loyalty like yours doesn't repeat itself on command. They will make an attempt to make amends. Let the truth guide you, not nostalgia. The peace entering your life won't ask you to shrink. You won't have to explain your softness or defend your kindness. The next room you enter will fit. The angels have gone ahead to remove the chairs that wobble and the tables that tilt. You'll sit where you don't have to balance someone else's storm. Type Amen to claim blessing 2424 if you're ready to sit where peace stays. You don't have to go through this same test again. The pattern broke when you chose not to play. You will attract those who value your heart without needing it to prove itself. This is your season of being seen, seen without performing, loved without conditions. The invisible crown you wore in grief will glimmer in calm. Heaven is speaking plainly. Your patience wasn't a detour, it was an ascent. You didn't fail. You elevated. The person who pressed you will try to match your honesty now. They'll approach softly, with eyes that tell the truth before their mouth does. You will notice the difference because your nervous system will not go on high alert around them. If it does, you'll know what to do, bless and release. Type Amen to receive blessing 2525 if discernment is your new superpower. Blessings are flowing toward you with less resistance because you're aligned. Doors that locked for years will open without you jiggling the handle. Opportunities that once made you chase will now choose you. This is not accident, it's alignment. Your vibration is now a yes to what serves your highest good. If the one who tested you returns, you will not be desperate. You will be discerning. The choice will be yours, and you will choose from wholeness. Don't ignore the small confirmations. The numbers repeating on the clock. The song that finds you in the grocery aisle. The memory that floats up but doesn't hurt anymore. These are love notes from the divine saying, you're not guessing. You're sensing what's already real. Type Amen to affirm blessing 2626 if the small signs are enough for you now. Breathe. You are safe. You are selected for this moment. Every delay, every redirection, every closed door that frustrated you was covering you. The quiet nights you thought were empty were meetings with the future you, asking you to keep going. Now a season of answered prayers approaches, prayers that sound like steady, reciprocal love and sturdy peace. Your love will be treasured, not put to trial. Do not fear the return. This isn't a cycle repeating itself. It's a new story starting with a wiser author. You'll feel the difference in your chest. The person who comes back will not arrive as a tester. They will arrive as a student. They learned in your absence what your presence meant. And now, the timing belongs to you. Type Amen to seal blessing 2727 if you're ready to choose from a healed place. You're entering the era of your own power. You won't be graded by someone else's insecurity. You set the atmosphere now. Your grace doesn't make you a target. It makes you a standard. The angels are placing friends, partners, allies who recognize your light on sight. The one who tested you will see your blessings from wherever they stand. Not to hurt them, but to heal the part of them that thought love was a game. Everything hidden is coming into view. Everything cracked is being mended. Everything not yet is arriving at now. The test was real. So is the triumph. You are stepping into a future where tenderness is safe and loyalty is normal. Archangel Michael seals this with protection so thick you won't have to look over your shoulder. Type Amen to receive blessing 2828 if you're ready to walk forward without flinching. If this message has held your heart and you feel led to support this space, you can leave a super thanks, up to $20. It's never expected. Your presence, your prayer, your share are gifts all by themselves. The whispers, they'll keep coming for a little while. The goosebumps for no reason, the lights that flicker as if the room is exhaling, the memory that lands like a feather. Those are reminders that the test is done. What you watered with tears will bloom with grace. The people who turned your heart into an exam will see the glow that came from surrender. Archangel Michael says, the waiting room is closing. The doors marked not yet will swing open. The rearranging you sensed but couldn't name was heaven placing everything exactly where it belongs. Your silence in the face of insult built a fortress around your heart. While others were busy building arguments, you built character. You became too bright to be swallowed. That's why everything that detached from you is turning to find its way back, not to possess, but to witness. Destiny is echoing your name now. You don't have to raise your voice. The echo is doing the calling. Type Amen to hold blessing 2929 if destiny's echo is all you need to hear. The one who tested you is feeling the ache of insight. They're remembering the way you laughed without keeping score. They're seeing the places where you gave without announcing it. They're understanding that you were not ordinary. You were sent. And they will try to do better with what their heart knows now. This is not your revenge. It's their redemption. Let heaven handle the scale. You're being prepared for days where looking back isn't required. What belongs will find its path. What doesn't will find its exit. Every battle you survived left you with armor that looks like gentleness. The future you are walking into carries a quiet you've never met, one that wraps you up instead of swallowing you. Angels have stepped onto the path ahead to clear what your sight can't reach. You'll feel it in the ease. You'll recognize it in the rest. Type Amen to receive blessing 3030 if rest is the miracle you've needed. You are no longer in the test. You are the testimony written in living ink. Your story is waking people up, people who have never met you but have lived your ache. Every sunrise you greeted with swollen eyes was counted, not as loss, but as a promise you refused to let go of. You have become a carrier of a frequency that shifts the atmosphere. That's why rooms feel different when you enter. You didn't force it. You became it. The person who once equated your quiet with defeat is learning that your quiet was cover. It was God's hand over your mouth saying, "Let me." Now the mirror is turned toward them. The emotions they tried to spark in you are teaching them what they never learned by watching. This is not cruelty. This is clarity. It's the justice that doesn't break, it builds. Type Amen to anchor blessing 3131 if clarity without anger is your new standard. Listen to this last instruction in your heart. The next opportunities will arrive wrapped in peace. If it makes you race, pause. If it settles you, walk forward. Notice the simple confirmations, the clock winking the same numbers, the line of a song landing exactly when you needed it, the breeze through a room with closed windows. That's heaven's way of keeping pace with your steps. Archangel Michael says, restoration isn't coming loud. It's coming sure. What was taken is returning multiplied in ways that guard your core. Where you once had to plead, you will now be invited. Where you once had to explain, you will now be understood. You have graduated. You no longer move from fear. You move from fullness. The people who approach you now will show their hands without you asking. The person who returns will come with humility, not a list. Whatever you decide, you won't be deciding from ache. You'll be deciding from clarity. Either way, you win. Because peace is the prize, and peace is what you've learned to protect. Type Amen to receive blessing 3232 if peace is your non-negotiable. My beloved child, this is how your story ends, in honor. The chapter of confusion has run out of ink. The book of clarity has fresh pages and your name in gold. Angels are standing at the edges of your days cheering softly so you can rest. You will see the sign, a dream that tastes like memory. A message that feels like home, a scent that lands like yes. They are not random, they are signatures. Your miracle already has your address. It's en route. Walk like you know it. Nothing can steal what's ordained. The test became a revelation. The wounds formed a wisdom no one can counterfeit. The waiting turned to wonder. From here on, everything you plant will bloom differently because your hands have been taught by heaven. And the one who put you through the fire will finally understand. You were never being tested. You were being revealed. Heaven applauds you quietly. Your peace is proof. Your glow is the graduation. Your heart, still soft, still honest, has become the rarest thing in any room. Walk forward. The path is lit. The story is turning, and your reward is already moving toward you. Type Amen to seal blessing 3333 if your spirit says yes. And if this message found you at the right time and you want to help it find someone else, you can offer a super thanks, any amount up to $20, completely optional. Thank you for being here, for listening, for choosing love in a world that often forgets it. The angels are near. The rest is peace.